Okay. We're going to be doing 18 through 20. Let's jump in.
The Lord appeared to Abraham near the great trees of Mamre while he was sitting at the entrance to his tent in the heat of the day.
Okay. He's chilling outside now.
Abraham looked up and saw 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the entrance of his tent to meet them and bowed low to the ground.
Okay.
He said, "If I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord, do not pass your servant by. Let a little water be brought, and then you may all wash your feet and rest under this tree."
Okay. Talking
Let
with the
me
Lord.
get you something to eat so you can be refreshed and then go on your way now that you have come to your servant. "Very well," they answered. "Do as you say." So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah. "Quick," he said, "get 3 seahs of the finest flour and knead it and bake some bread." Then he ran to the herd and selected a choice, tender calf and gave it to his servant, who hurried to prepare it.
Okay.
Then he brought some curds and milk and the calf that had been prepared and set these before them. While they ate, he stood near them under
So it
a
was a
tree.
real big thing to be hospitable to strangers back then. You were
"Where is
considered
your
an
wife, Sarah?"
unkind
they
person to
asked
not
him.
help out
"There
strangers.
in the tent," he said.
You also have to realize, like, everybody's a stranger, right? So
Then one of them said,
you go to New York
"I
and you
will
visit a
surely
country or a
return to
place
you
for the
about
first
this
time,
next
you know
year,
there's going to be
and
grocery
Sarah, your
stores
wife,
and
will have a
hotels
son."
and all of these amenities
Now Sarah
and police
was
officers to
listening at
keep
the
you
entrance
safe.
to the tent, which was behind him.
Not the case back then. You needed hospitality from people. People to be kind
Abraham
to
and
you.
Sarah were
Or
already
you'd be very
old,
vulnerable
and
to
Sarah was past the
being
age of
captured, being
childbearing.
enslaved.
So Sarah laughed to herself as she thought, "After I am worn out and my Lord is old, will I now have this pleasure?"
When she says my Lord, she means her husband. The Bible says your husband is your
Then the
earthly
Lord
Lord.
said
So
to
choose wisely
Abraham,
who you marry. That
"Why
they're
did Sarah
literally,
laugh
God
and
considers
say,
him
will I
Lord
really
over you.
have a
So you want to marry
child
someone
now
that
that I
loves
am
him and is
old?
kind to you. But Aaron's laughing at
Is
God.
anything too hard for the Lord? I will return
Because
to
God
you
said
at the
she'd have
appointed
a baby.
time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah was afraid, so she lied and said, "I did not laugh." But he said, "Yes,
She's like, I
you
didn't
did
laugh."
When the men got up to leave, they looked down towards Sodom, and Abraham walked along with them to see them on their way.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Lord said, "Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do?
Okay.
Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation, and all nations on earth will be blessed through him.
Prophecy
For
about
I
Abraham.
have chosen him, so that he will direct his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just, so that the Lord will bring about for Abraham what he has promised him."
Amen. So God has
Then
made
the Lord
Abraham
said,
promises.
"The outcry
Bible
against
says God is
Sodom
not a man
and
that he
Gomorrah
should
is
lie."
so great and their sins so grievous that I will go down and see if what they have done is as bad as the outcry that has reached me. If not, I will know." The men turned away and went toward Sodom, but Abraham remained standing before the Lord.
He's a good man.
Then Abraham approached him and said, "Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked?
So now he's pleading for Lot.
What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you really sweep it away and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 righteous people in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to kill the righteous with the wicked, treating
Abraham
the
is
righteous and the wicked alike.
Not
Far be it
debating.
from you. Will not the judge of all the earth do
Far be
right?"
it from you. He's saying, let such a matter be nowhere near
The
you,
Lord
Lord.
said,
He
If
is
I find 50
pleading with the
righteous
Lord.
people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake.
Why can you plead? Why was Abraham able to plead with
Then
the Lord and the Lord
Abraham
just not
spoke
strike
up
him down with a
again.
lightning bolt?
Now that
They
I
had a
have been so
relationship with
bold as
God.
to
He
speak
worshiped
to the
him. He loved him. They had a very
Lord,
close relationship.
dust and
So much
ashes.
so that God says, I need to share my plans with Abraham because it affects him. So
What
they
if
were
the number
friends.
of the righteous is 5 less
You
than
have a
50?
deep relationship with
Will
the
you
Lord where you
destroy the whole
love him,
city
honor
for
him,
lack
worship
of
him.
5 people?
You're able
If I
to kind
find
of wrestle with him.
45 there, he said,
You have a strong
I will
relationship with the
not
boss.
destroy it.
And I hate to compare him to a boss, but a boss at your job, where he knows you're a hard
Once
worker,
again,
knows you
he
love him,
spoke
know
to
that you're
him. What
gonna,
if only 40
you know,
are found there?
work hard for
He
him,
said,
and that you care
For
about
the
the
sake
projects.
of 40, I will not
Even if you
do
don't
it.
love him, he knows that you're a hard worker and that you're going to get it done, and you're friendly to him, kind to him. You've become his friend.
Then he said,
and he knows you care about him.
Angry,
You
but
can
let me
push the
speak.
boundaries
What if
further
only 30 can
than
be
someone that
found
doesn't
there?
know him or doesn't have a
He
relationship.
answered,
Someone
I
that
will not
he'd
do
fire
it if
instantly.
I find 30 there.
So God is saying, listen, I won't destroy Lot
Abraham
in the city.
said,
If I can
Now
find
that I
even
have
30
been
good
so bold
people
as
in the
to speak
entire
to the Lord,
city.
What if only 20 can be found there? He said, For the sake of 20, I will not destroy it.
Sorry, guys. I'm always yawning. Last 2
Then he
days I've been
said,
yawning.
May the Lord not be angry, but let me speak just once more. What if only 10 can be found there? He answered, For the sake
Okay.
When the Lord had finished
He says, if I
speaking
can even
with
find
Abraham,
10 good people, I won't obliterate it.
The 2 angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. My lords,
So Lot
he
remembers
said,
all the
Please
hospitality
turn
that he's been
aside to your
taught.
servant's
He's kind
house.
to these
You
angels.
can wash your feet and spend the night, and then go on your way early in the morning. No, they answered. We will spend the night in the square. But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered his house. He prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, and they ate.
So why do you think Lot is persisting
Before they had gone
so
to bed,
heavily that
all
they
the
come
men
into
from
his house?
every part of the city of Sodom,
Do you think
both
it could
young
be
and
because he
old,
knows that if
surrounded
they
the
don't,
house.
that they'll be robbed or murdered or sodomized?
They called to
Good
Lot,
possibility.
Where are the men
So Lot
who
knows the
came
kind
to
of
you
city he's
tonight?
living in, and is a
Bring
wealthy
them out
man
to
that could
us
go live
so that we
somewhere
can
else,
have sex with them.
but has chosen not to. You have to be careful when you
Lot went outside
side
to meet
with the
them
world
and shut the door
for the
behind
purpose of
him
money and power.
and said, No, my friends, don't do this wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man. Let me bring them out to you, and you
So
can
Lot
do
is
what you
trying
like
to
with them.
reason with them.
But don't do
A
anything
good
to these men,
pastor friend
for
of
they
mine
have come
said,
under the
you
protection
can't
of my
reason
roof.
with the devil. You can't reason with them. They're not operating out of logic.
Get out of our way, they replied. This fellow came here as a foreigner, and now he wants to play the judge. We'll treat you worse than them. They kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved forward to break down the door. But the men inside reached out and pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. Then they struck the men who were
So
at the
now
door
the
of the
angels,
house,
the
young and
men,
old,
we
with
know they're
blindness,
angels,
so that they could not find the door.
rescued Lot from the mob outside of his front door.
The 2 men said to Lot, Do you have anyone else here, sons-in-law, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here. Because we are going to destroy
So
this
now the angel's
place.
saying it's time to get out of
The
here,
outcry
Doc.
to the Lord
But guess
against
what?
its people is so great that he
Lot
has sent us to destroy
Can't
it.
bring everybody. They don't all believe him.
So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law, who were pledged to marry his daughters. He said, "Hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city." But his sons-in-law thought he was joking.
Notice he calls them his sons-in-law.
With the
Even though they
coming of
hadn't
dawn,
officially had the
the
marriage
angels
bed,
urged
which means they
Lot,
hadn't had the
saying,
ceremony or stuff
"Hurry,
together.
take your wife and your
But
two
once
daughters
your
who are
word
here,
was, I'm
or
going to
you will
marry
be
her,
swept away
you
when the
were
city is
technically
punished."
her husband.
When he hesitated,
she may
the
not
men
live in
grasped his hand
his house
and the
yet,
hands of his wife
but
and of his two
for all
daughters
intent and
and led them
purposes,
safely out of the
they are
city,
married.
for the Lord was merciful to them. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, "Flee for your lives, don't look back." The swept away. But Lot said to them, "No, my lords, please. Your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown
now
great
angels will come to
kindness
lead
to
him
me in
away
sparing my life.
and show him the
But I
way.
can't
But
flee to the
Lot,
mountains. This disaster will overtake
instead of being
me,
grateful,
and I'll die."
he's saying, I can't flee to the mountains.
Look,
So
here is a town
basically,
near
angels from
enough
the
to
Lord
run
have
to,
told him what to do, and he
it is
wants to
small. Let me flee to it. It is
barter.
very small, isn't it?
And it
Then my
becomes
life
his
will be spared.
destruction ultimately. But once again, he left the house of Abraham, his
He said
overseer.
to
He
him,
struck it out on his own.
"Very well.
He's been living in
I will
evil
grant
places.
this request too.
His sons-in-law
I
don't
will
respect
not
him enough to
overthrow the
leave
town you
with them.
speak of."
And now he's doing what he wants to do.
But
and
flee
it's to
there
his own peril.
quickly, because I
about
cannot
to see
do
that
anything
shortly.
until you reach it. That is why the town was called Zoar. By the time Lot reached Zoar, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, destroying all those living in the cities, and also the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and
Now God
returned to the
told her,
place where he
told-
had stood before
told
the
him,
Lord.
Don't look back. But Lot's wife wanted
Toward
to
all
look
the
back.
land of the plain, and he saw dense
And now when he
smoke
talk about
rising
we
from
are the salt of the earth,
like smoke from a furnace.
for her, that's literal.
So when God destroyed the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out of the catastrophe that overthrew the cities where Lot had lived. Lot and his two daughters left Zoar and settled in the mountains, for he was afraid to stay in Zoar. He and his two daughters lived in a cave.
So now he's gone to the mountains.
One day, the older daughter said to the younger, "Our father is old,
After he saw what happened
and
to
there is
Sodom and
no
Gomorrah,
man
he no
around
longer
here
wanted to be
give us
so
children,
close.
as is the custom all over the earth. Let's get our father to drink wine and then sleep with him and preserve our family line through our father."
Something
that night,
so wicked.
they got their father
but
to drink wine,
shows you how the
and the
decisions
older
of
daughter
the
went in
the
and slept with him.
parents
He was not
affect
aware
the
of it when she
decisions of
lay
the
down
children.
or when she got up.
That would have never happened had he stayed with Abraham, or
The next day, the older daughter said to the younger,
when you
"Last
heard about
night
or
I
realized
slept
Sodom
with
and
my
Gomorrah was
father.
so wicked, would
Let's
have
get
went
him to
live
drink
somewhere
wine
else.
again
You gotta
tonight, and you go in
avoid
and
sin
sleep with him,
and live
so we
in
can preserve our family
presence of
line
the
through
Lord."
our father." So they got their father to drink wine that night also, and the younger daughter went in and slept with him. Again, he was not aware of it when she lay down or when she got up. So both of Lot's daughters became pregnant by their father.
They got him so
The
drunk
older
that he
daughter
didn't
had
even
a
realize
son,
what was going
and she
on.
named him Moab.
My
He
goodness.
is the father of the Moabites of today.
I was watching this preacher
The younger daughter also had a son,
online,
and she named him
they asked
Ben-Ami.
him,
He is the father
what would you
of
tell
the
the younger
Ammonites
you,
of
or
today.
basically the pastors of young pastors out there? And he said, don't drink. Read your Bible
Now
and don't
Abraham
drink.
moved on from there into
many
the
good
region
men
of
have
the
fallen because they've
Negev
had
and lived between
a little too
Kadesh
much to
and
drink and
Shur.
made
For a
bad
while
decisions.
he stayed in Gerar. And there Abraham said of his wife Sarah, "She is my sister." Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. But God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said to him, "You are as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She is a married woman." Now Abimelech had
Oh,
not
goodness.
gone near her, so he said, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation? Did he not say to me, 'She is my sister'? And didn't she also say, 'He is my brother'? I have done this with a clear conscience and clean hands." Then God said to him in the
So
dream,
he's saying, listen, Abraham
"Yes, I know you did
just said
this
she
with a
was a
clear
single woman
conscience,
available.
and so I have kept you from
I
sinning
married her,
against me. That is why I did
not
not
thinking
let
anything
you
was
touch
bad.
her." Now return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all who belong to you will die.
So now God is coming to
Early the
Sarah's
next morning,
defense and Abraham's
Abimelech
defense and
summoned
saying,
all
hey man,
his
you need to return her.
officials, and when he told them all that had
You
happened,
didn't know at
they were
first, but now
very
you
much
know.
afraid.
You need to return her.
Then Abimelech called Abraham in and said, "What have you done to us? How have I wronged you that you have brought such great guilt upon me and my kingdom? You have done things to me that should never be done." And Abimelech asked Abraham, "What was your reason for doing this?" Abraham replied, "I said to myself, 'There is surely no fear of God in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she really is my sister, the daughter of my father, though not of my mother, and she became my wife.'
Walking in fear calls her to do some
And when God
really
had
bad
me
things.
wander from my father's household, I said to her, 'This is how you can show your love to me. Everywhere we go, say of me, he is my brother.'" Then Abimelech brought sheep and cattle and male and female slaves and gave them to Abraham, and he returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, "My land is before you. Live wherever you like." To Sarah he said, "I am giving your brother 1,000 shekels of
saying, "Hey, man,
silver. This is to
taking
cover
your
the
wife as
offense
my
against
own.
you before all who are with you.
I'm gonna bless
You
y'all with
are
some land
completely
and
vindicated."
silver." Doesn't say that they slept together, but
Then
that
Abraham
they were
prayed to
married,
God,
which
and God healed Abimelech, his wife,
back
and his
then when
female
you
slaves,
were
so they
promised
could
to a
have
man
children again.
and he agreed, you were betrayed.
For the Lord had kept all the women in Abimelech's household from conceiving because of Abraham's wife Sarah. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God